Hi, I'm Susan Banks, and I'd like to introduce you to a gentleman who has been a force on the local entertainment scene for more than 3 decades. And now he's starting a brand new chapter in his life. He also happens to be a friend of mine. Here's Richie Derwald to give us a little background.
Thank you, Susan. You know, just like everyone else on the planet, 2020 was a year of changes. For example, in the month of March, every performance that I had up until the end of the year was canceled. For me personally, it was kind of like 2020 got canceled.
We've all had to contend with changes over these last months, but for Richie, it was a little more difficult. You see, he's dealt with depression his entire life. Not being able to work threatened to plunge him into a very dark place. Richie, tell us how you dealt with that.
Well, I kind of did what comes naturally to me. I found my comfort through creativity. I started jotting down these lyrics, and the more I wrote, the more emotions were released, from deep in my heart. And then eventually, the lyrics became an original song called Changes. I was able to collaborate virtually with these incredibly talented and highly creative musicians. And we finally recorded the song, and it caught the attention of Anthony Casuccio. Anthony is a 3-time Grammy nominee and the president of the Buffalo Music Hall of Fame. And it really helped when he graciously endorsed Changes on social media, and that gave it a lot of credibility. And after that, Mike Bellani put out a press release that included the fact that I personally suffer from depression, and the story behind Changes was covered by local television news, podcasts, interviews. It had constant airplay on the radio. It was featured in articles and newspapers, and Changes was even chosen as the theme song for a video series featuring the Erie County Commissioner of Mental Health, Mark O'Brien.
Richie, you've told me how Changes has encouraged people to talk about their own depression and other mental health issues.
Yes, it has. I've never expected such a powerful reaction to it. I've been told that the story behind Changes has actually helped break down the stigma of mental illness. People have been talking about their own struggles for the very first time in their entire lives. But what really blows me away is that it's helping people who don't suffer from depression to understand it so they can help their loved ones go through this struggle. And this has really motivated me to overcome my fear of stuttering, so I can become a public speaker, because I have a very, very important presentation that uses my own life experience to educate people what it's really like going through a debilitating depression. And I know one thing for certain: you can't help anyone who suffers from depression until you understand it yourself.
So, Richie, where can people find your presentation?
Okay, I really want to do this part in my announcer voice so I don't stutter during this, so this is important. Okay, for more information on this presentation, please visit RichieDerwald.com. That's RichieDerwald.com. Or call 716-444-8646. That's 716-444-8646.
Richie Derwald, for so long you've entertained us on stage. You've made us laugh and lifted our spirits. And now you're really taking your show on the road with this new initiative. Be sure to follow Richie on RichieDerwald.com, or you can call him at 716-444-8646. I'm Susan Banks. Thank you for letting us share this important information.